The glass slipped in my hand when she raised hers, crystal catching light, a practiced smile, my money paying for every breath in that room. At the man who truly treats a woman right, applause rose like a tide. I watched her eyes drift past me, past the decade I bled quietly, until they landed on him, not a glance in my direction. I smiled, not because I was amused, because something inside me went perfectly still. I turned toward the exit. The event chair caught up, breathless. "Please," he whispered, "don't pull the funding." I nodded once, said nothing, and stepped into the cold night with a calm I didn't recognize. I replayed the toast in my head on the drive home. Not the words, the way she said them. Intimate, familiar, like a private joke I wasn't in on. 10 years. Every promotion party I skipped so I could build capital. Every vacation postponed. Every night I told myself sacrifice was love. At home, her heels sat by the door. His cologne lingered where mine should have been. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is for people who still want answers. I wanted certainty. The gala hadn't been a celebration. It had been a confession delivered publicly, disguised as champagne. And the worst part? She hadn't looked afraid. She'd looked relieved. I became observant in ways that scared even me. Phone records first. Not messages, she was careful, but timestamps that aligned too cleanly to be coincidence. Calendar entries that changed names. Board meeting became dinner. Conference became out of town. I watched her rehearse lies in the mirror, watched her touch my arm while texting him under the table. I stayed calm, cooked dinner, asked about her day. Inside, something paced. I learned the gala wasn't the first toast, just the first public one. The man she honored wasn't a sponsor. He was an acquisition, strategic, polished, temporary, like me once. The confirmation arrived on a Tuesday. A private investigator doesn't dramatize. He hands you facts like a death certificate. Photos, hotel receipts, an email thread titled Future. I read everything twice, not because I doubted it, because I wanted to feel something. I didn't. That night, I poured her a drink and placed the folder on the counter. She froze. "What's this?" "Proof," I said. Her hands shook as she opened it. Tears came fast, too fast. "I was going to tell you." I nodded. That's what everyone says when they're out of time. I didn't raise my voice, didn't ask why. Why is for people hoping the answer will hurt less. The revenge wasn't loud, it was procedural. The funding I secretly provided, structured through a shell company she never bothered to read about. Her lover's firm, dependent on a line of credit I controlled. I didn't expose them at the gala. I waited. 3 weeks later, the contracts dissolved quietly. The board turned on him first, then on her. She came home hollow-eyed. "You knew," she said. "Yes." "How long?" "Before you toasted him." She sank to the floor. I stepped over her to pack a bag. I didn't take the house. I'd already sold it. To myself. Now the silence is clean. No photos on the wall, no explanations owed. I think about the decade I spent building something I thought was love. Turns out, it was leverage. She lost a future she thought was secure. He lost a career built on borrowed loyalty. I lost nothing I couldn't replace. I didn't walk away angry. I walked away informed. And that changed everything.